As you watch this video, you'll notice that the lighting in the room is changing constantly. But this isn't because of what you might expect. The light itself, that light bulb that's bouncing around the room, doesn't actually change color or intensity. It's the same the whole time. And most of the room doesn't change either. The walls and the ceiling don't change color. What is changing is the floor of the room. It's as if the floor has magic paint that changes color based on whichever block was hit most recently. And so the thing to pay attention to while watching this video is the influence that different floor colors have on the appearance of the room itself. Every time that the floor color changes, the room has a different feel to it. So somehow, light bouncing off of that floor is influencing the lighting in the entire room. This is an effect that you can see in real life if you've ever been in a room with a strong accent wall where one wall is painted a different color than the other walls, and you see a bright light like the sun shining on that accent wall. Then you can see this phenomenon where color from the accent wall is somehow influencing the lighting in the room around it, that the lighting is bouncing off. And this effect you would never see in old traditional computer graphics like what I learned in school. If you play an old game, the color of the floor would never have any influence on the way that the walls looked. But modern games have figured out a lot of different techniques for accomplishing this. Usually these techniques are collectively called global illumination. And if you play a modern game, there's a pretty good chance that the color of the floor will have an influence on the walls. But one of the cool things about this specific game that we're watching right now is that the global illumination is accomplished automatically with path tracing. So when I say path tracing, that's a kind of ray tracing that I'm using to generate these images in this game. And one of the nice things about it is that indirect lighting just happens naturally as a consequence of using path tracing. And so what that means is if I make a change in the world, like, for example, changing the color of the floor, then I don't have to do anything special or separate to generate global illumination. Instead, it just automatically happens. And whereas in real life, you would have to repaint the accent wall to see the difference that different colors would make, being able to do it in real time like this means that we can compare really quickly the effect that different colors have on the feel of a room and help get a more intuitive feel for what indirect lighting actually does. I think it's really interesting to see these colors change quickly and to compare the different feel in the room that different colors have. And that's one of the really cool things about path tracing. Thank you for watching.